Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Belle entered the Brady home, Shawn was about to open a bottle of vodka. Belle asked, "You do realize that it's barely past breakfast time?" "I do. And do you have any idea how hard it is to find a place that sells liquor this early in the morning?" Shawn said. Belle seized the bottle and made no effort to give it back. Belle admitted to emptying Shawn's other bottle of vodka. Belle affirmed, "And I would do it again." Belle advised Shawn to give up drinking and said she recognized his disappointment over Beau. Shawn argued, "I'm not hurting anybody." Shawn had already tried to drive while intoxicated, Belle reminded him. Belle remarked, "Lord knows, you're already hurting yourself with all of this." Shawn declared he was fed up with pretending that everything was all right. Belle answered, "I'm simply asking you to cope with it, but in the correct way. Nobody's asking you to forget it." Shawn yelled, "I'm assuming you know what the right way is." Shawn was advised by Belle to consult a therapist. "Therapy? Belle, come on, vodka is a lot cheaper," jokingly said Shawn. Shawn was yelled at by Belle to quit cracking jokes. "Stop torturing yourself," Belle commanded. Shawn hurled a glass at the wall. "Maybe I want to torture myself." According to Shawn, his penance for what he had done to his father should have been misery. Shawn briskly left the house. Harris confronted Megan in the living room of the dim mirror as she emerged from the tunnels. Harris inquired, "What were you doing behind the wall?" Megan said she had been looking about her new house. Megan questioned, "What exactly are you doing here?" Harris reached out and touched the revolver hidden behind his jeans. Harris said, "I'm done seeing you hurt people." Megan feigned being offended. Harris questioned, "Save the act. I know you have someone in your sights right now. Who is it?" Megan jokingly asked, "So now you're Salem's self-appointed guardian." As atonement for his previous actions, Harris claimed that he was happy to defend the town. Harris was described as a letdown by Megan. Harris continued, "I'm about to disappoint you even more." Harris again lunged for his revolver, but Shawn stopped him. Shawn questioned, "What the hell is going on here?" Shawn, indignant, inquired as to Megan's desire to send Harris after Hope once more. Shawn was persuaded to cool down by Harris. Harris remarked, "You've obviously been drinking." Shawn guffawed. Shawn remarked, "You sound like my wife." Shawn had misinterpreted the situation, Harris informed him. Harris declared, "I'm here to deal with Megan, not broker a deal. We're on the same side." Shawn sighed and asked Harris who had requested his assistance. "You are nothing like Beau Brady, you miserable, drunken little man-child," Megan remarked with contempt. "Are you sure that you were sired by Beau Brady?" Harris was pushed aside by Shawn so that Megan could hear him yell. Shawn yelled, "You're the reason I'm like this." "Why wasn't Megan in jail?" Shawn questioned. Shawn was admonished by Megan to stay away from her, and he laughed. Megan backed off as Shawn teased, "Wait, are you sacred, Meggie? Are you scared that you're going to have to pay for messing up my dad's head and turning him into a zombie?" Megan asked Shawn to tell her where to find Beau so she could apologize to him, grinning like a Cheshire cat. Rolling his eyes, Shawn, "An apology? Talk about a little too late, you sadistic bitch," retorted Shawn. Megan was informed by Shawn that she will be held accountable for her misdeeds as he leaned in close to her face. Shawn was the target of Megan's gunpoint as she pulled it out. Megan screamed at Harris to stop reaching behind his back. "Here I am, grieving the loss of my darling Beau, and all you can do is bury yourself in a bottle of alcohol, not to mention searching every corner for someone else to blame for the bullet you placed into him," Megan added. Shawn claimed that he detested himself for being accountable and that he knew it. In actuality, Shawn asserted, "I would do it again if I knew I was saving my mom's life because I thought my dad was going to kill her." Megan argued that if Beau had killed Hope, everyone would have been happier. She primed the revolver as an upset Shawn moved toward Megan. Shawn took a step back. Megan yelled, "You ruined it in an instant. I waited years and years to have my darling beau back." Shawn was forewarned by Megan that she might also ruin his life. "I'm a witness," Megan, Harris screamed. Megan chuckled and said there wouldn't be any eyewitnesses. Megan clarified that it was legal for her to shoot a trespasser. Shawn was moved to the side by Harris. "We both know you always have something planned," so Harris remarked. "I know you think you have a case of self-defense, but 2 dead bodies are going to mess up whatever plan you have cooking." Megan uncocked the firearm. Shawn was led by Harris outside the home. When she was by herself, Megan muttered that Harris was fortunate that she still required him for her scheme. "Which reminds me," Megan thought, "what am I going to do about those 2 down there?" Megan examined the several texts that Nicole had sent after removing EJ's phone from her pocket. Eyes rolling, Megan said. Asking EJ in the dimmer wine cellar why Nicole was causing him concern, EJ revealed that he was meant to accompany Nicole to her perinatologist appointment. "When I learned that I was going to be the father of her child," EJ admitted that he had no idea how much it would mean to him. EJ said that he and Nicole were eager to speak with the expert regarding the viability of the pregnancy due to Nicole's history of miscarriages. "However, our cruel sister has me bound up here with the appointment barely an hour away," according to EJ grumbled. EJ thrashed his ropes against. "I had no idea how much this meant to you. To be honest, what matters the most to me is Nicole's happiness," EJ said. "Truly, what means the most to me is becoming a father again," Kristen remarked. "I don't want her to have to go through that again," EJ remarked. Even if Nicole did not feel the same way about him, EJ indicated he did, and Kristen added that Nicole might need some time to understand her thoughts. "Nicole and I have known the truth that I'm the father for several days now, and she hasn't said it. But Nicole and I have known the truth that I'm the father for several days now, and she hasn't said it. She doesn't know if she is going to carry this baby to term," EJ added. EJ smirked and asked Kristen if she was giving him emotional support, and she's in a very stressful position, so just don't expect too much too soon. EJ smirked. Maybe today was the day that Nicole was going to say it, he remarked with a groan, arguing that if he had not tried to warn Stefan, he would be with Nicole at the hospital. "If anyone asks, I will deny it," Kristen said. "You're the one who has been colluding with her," EJ stated as Kristen apologized for having linked up with Megan. Kristen gazed at the ceiling and wondered aloud how long Megan would keep them chained in the dungeon. EJ said, "In your defense, you had no idea she made the Unabomber look like an altar boy." With a shake of her head, Kristen admitted she had gone along with Megan to get help with Rachel. "I do understand that," EJ said. With a grin, Kristen joked that she had not minded plotting behind her siblings' backs. "She almost makes me appear normal," Kristen jokingly said. When Kayla told Nicole that the specialist would arrive within an hour, she inquired about EJ. "Oh, you mean the man who's supposedly excited to be the father of my child?" Nicole frowned as she read EJ's text, telling her to proceed to the appointment without him. Nicole complained that EJ had arranged for the appointment and then abandoned her, saying, "EJ, it truly surprises me, considering EJ, he's excited. He seemed really excited about this pregnancy," Kayla added. Nicole texted EJ, complaining, "Answer me," as Belle got out of the elevator and inquired if Nicole was all right. Kayla answered that there was still time for EJ to arrive. Nicole asked, "Is this about you being pregnant?" "I've been trying to reach EJ, and I'm just frustrated, Nicole arched an eyebrow. "I guess that probably hit Eric pretty hard, huh?" Belle inquired, explaining that she had read about the pregnancy in the Lady Whistleblower column, and Nicole confirmed that EJ was the father. Nicole scowled at Belle as she posed the question, and Belle apologetic. "That was very callous," Nicole muttered, "Join the club," as Belle explained that Shawn had been struggling with his guilt over the shooting and that she had wanted to speak to Marlena about therapy for Shawn. "Listen, I know it's not an excuse. I've just had a rough morning," Belle said. "I don't need to talk about my issues with you," However, I deeply regret what I just said about Eric. I know it's complicated, Belle replied, and Nicole looked at her phone once more as Belle left. Nicole responded, entering her exam room and changing, "You have no clue." EJ had not responded to Nicole's texts. "You must be tied up somewhere," Nicole stated when Kayla arrived, and Kayla offered to remain with Nicole so that Nicole wouldn't be alone throughout the appointment. Sloan had just finished a phone chat with Eric concerning Colin, and she informed him that her attempts to get Colin into Bayview had been unsuccessful. "Since Colin refuses to take my plea deal, he'll probably end up at Statesville for the rest of his life," Sloan mourned. Sloan kissed Eric, and the two made love while Eric questioned. With a sigh, Sloan said she wanted to stay in Eric's arms, but she needed to go to court, and Eric held her in his arms as she moaned about her neediness, noting that he had depended on Sloan a lot since they had started dating. "You do that for me, right? Considering what my brother has accomplished." "You've always been there for me," Sloan questioned. "Why wouldn't I be there for you, like I said?" Sloan considered the fabricated DNA suave and offered a faint smile to Eric. Sloan picked at her food as she and Eric ate in the bar downstairs. Eric inquired as to whether or not she was concerned about her brother. Sloan admitted that she had been considering accepting Eric's invitation to accompany her to court, and Sloan told him she loved him. Sloan said, "Which is why I don't want you to forget about the offer I made about us having a baby together." Eric said, "I haven't forgotten," and he questioned why Sloan had brought it up again. Sloan replied that since Eric had offered to do something nice for her, she wanted to do something nice for him. Eric thanked Sloan for her generosity. "I don't think it's the proper time for us to have a baby," Eric stated, "given everything that I've been through and what you're going through right now." Eric asked Kate why she had been eavesdropping, and Kate shrugged her shoulders in apology. Kate stated that although she did not like Sloan, she realized having a baby was vital to Eric. "So why would you wait if there is a legitimate offer? Is it that simple?" Kate asked. "It's not something you just rush right into," Eric replied. Kate sighed. "Life is messy." Kate warned Eric that if he lived his life using logic and caution, he would miss out on a lot of opportunities. "What does it matter that it didn't? Ignore it. Why don't you find a different solution? Because if you wait, all that will happen is that you will age." Kate told Eric to seize the day, and she left the pub. "What do you think? If there's something you want really, really badly, you need to make that happen," said Sloan. Eric stared at Kate. Sloan noticed that Kate made sense. Sloan questioned Eric. "I just hope Stefan's safe," EJ said as he and Kristen struggled against their ropes. "I have a feeling we're going to be down here a long time, so you might as well get used to it," Kristen said. When EJ looked at the clock, he realized Nicole had finished her appointment. "She's gotten the news, good or bad, and I wasn't by her side," EJ lamented. As Eric and Sloan left the bar, Nicole went by and asked, "Everything all right too?" "The doctor feels there's a very good chance," Nicole stated through tears as Eric expressed his happiness for her, and EJ. Nicole revealed that she had met with the specialist. Eric questioned. "Truly, we're going to try and have a baby too," Sloan announced. "That's wonderful news," Sloan said, adding that she and Eric had good news too. Nicole forced a smile. Nicole questioned why it was thanks to Kate. "Kate made me see that there's no point in waiting around for something I really wanted," Eric said. "I should have known you'd go after Megan today," Shawn said as he sat with his head in his hands at the Brady residence. "I shouldn't have allowed you to depart in that manner." Shawn protested that he deserved to be shot. Belle assured him she loved him, but he walked out of the room. "She could have shot you," Belle added. "I wish she had." Kate was informed of the events at the Demur estate by Harris when they were both in the park. "I was stuck with it," Kate questioned. Kate countered that it was more evidence that Megan was dangerous, saying, "This is merely a delay. She was going to shoot him. After that, Megan won't appear or contact you ever again," Harris assured. Gwen was thrilled to find Dimitri at the entrance of the Salamin holding a bouquet of flowers. "Stop right there," Gwen moaned in embarrassment as a protective Leo raged at Dimitri. Leo yelled as he snatched the flowers. Leo threw the flowers in the trash, and he accused Dimitri of having used Gwen for good press. "Where does that leave us, Mr. Stark?" "Gwen is a real journalist, and if she's not going to stand up for herself, then it falls on me," Leo remarked. Guns at dawn, Leo pledged to defend his closest buddy from Dimitri's nefarious behavior. But Dimitri argued that his only goal in visiting was to express gratitude to Gwen for the interview. Leo retorted, "And you can be dangerously dewy-eyed and gullible at times," Gwen said, pushing Leo aside and saying, "Okay, Matty, you are the best, and you know I adore you, but sometimes you can be just a little overzealous." Matty is an incredibly devoted buddy. Leo emphasized that he was not fooled. Gwen asked Leo to leave and work on his column. Leo warned Dimitri that he had his eye on Dimitri, and he walked out. "He's so loyal. In fact, he sometimes surpasses the ability to take a hint," Gwen stated. "Actually, I ought to be the one expressing my regret to you." Gwen expressed disappointment, asking, "So, you really were just using me to clean up your image? Now that we're alone, I can tell you the truth that your odd little friend there, well, he was absolutely right about me," Dimitri remarked. Dimitri said, "No. The truth is, ever since we first met, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you." Dimitri retrieved the arrangement from the garbage and handed it to her. "That's why I got you these flowers. Evo, when I saw you at our family home, I just felt something." With a shake of his head, Dimitri stated he understood if Gwen did not feel the same way, adding, "And ever since that day, I haven't been able to get you out of my brain and my heart." "What happens if I do?" Dimitri's phone beeped with a text from Megan urging him not to mess up things with Gwen. Dimitri apologized. "Is it important?" Gwen inquired after kissing Dimitri. Gwen inquired. "Not as important as this," Dimitri replied, kissing her and pushing her back onto the bed. "So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.